Have you ever had someone congratulate you, but something about it felt strange? They smile, they say the right words, but their energy feels cold. Maybe they change the subject when you talk about your achievements. Maybe they joke about you in a way that feels slightly uncomfortable. Or maybe they support you publicly, yet quietly undermine you behind the scenes. The uncomfortable truth is this: not everyone who celebrates you actually wants to see you succeed. Some people secretly feel threatened by your growth, your happiness, your confidence, or your progress. And jealousy rarely looks the way we imagine it. It doesn't always appear as obvious hatred or open competition. In fact, in many cases it hides behind politeness, sarcasm, fake support, or subtle criticism. Psychologists explain that jealousy often shows itself through small behavioral patterns that are easy to overlook. But once you learn to recognize these patterns, you start seeing them everywhere. In today's video, we'll explore 8 signs someone may secretly be jealous of you. Understanding these signs will help you protect your energy, recognize hidden dynamics in relationships, and navigate social situations with greater awareness. Let's begin. Sign number 1. They constantly downplay your achievements. When you accomplish something meaningful, a supportive person usually celebrates with you. But a jealous person often reacts differently. Instead of acknowledging your effort or success, they immediately minimize it. For example, if you tell them about a promotion, they might say something like, "Yeah, but that company promotes everyone eventually." If you share an achievement, they respond with, "That's not really that hard." Or they might quickly shift the focus away from your success entirely. This behavior comes from a psychological defense mechanism. Your success reminds them of something they feel insecure about in their own life. So instead of confronting that insecurity, they reduce the importance of what you achieved. By minimizing your accomplishment, they temporarily protect their own self-esteem. Sign number 2. They give compliments that feel like insults. This is often called a backhanded compliment. On the surface, it sounds positive, but underneath there is criticism. For example, "I'm surprised you did so well on that project." "You actually look good today." "You're smarter than people think." These statements create confusion because they contain praise and criticism at the same time. Jealous individuals often use this communication style because it allows them to express their envy without openly attacking you. It's a socially acceptable way to release their negative emotions while maintaining the appearance of friendliness. Sign number 3. They compete with you over everything. Healthy competition can be motivating, but jealousy-driven competition feels very different. A jealous person may feel the need to turn every interaction into a comparison. If you mention a goal, they immediately talk about how they're doing something bigger. If you share good news, they respond with their own accomplishment. If you buy something nice, suddenly they bought something better. This constant comparison isn't about growth. It's about protecting their sense of superiority. When someone feels threatened by you, they often try to reestablish their position in the social hierarchy. Sign number 4. They celebrate your failures. You might notice a subtle shift in their energy when something goes wrong in your life. When you struggle, they suddenly seem more relaxed, more talkative, or even slightly pleased. They might say things like, "See, that's why I told you not to try that." Or, "I knew it wouldn't work." This reaction often reveals a deeper emotional truth. Your struggles make them feel safer. When you succeed, they feel threatened. When you fail, their own insecurities temporarily disappear. Sign number 5. They copy you. At first, imitation can feel flattering. But when it happens repeatedly, it may signal hidden envy. A jealous person might start adopting your style, your habits, your interests, or even your goals. They might begin dressing similarly, pursuing the same opportunities, or presenting themselves in ways that resemble you. Psychologists explain that envy often creates a desire to possess the qualities someone else has. Instead of developing their own identity, the jealous person unconsciously tries to replicate yours. Sign number 6. They spread subtle negativity about you. Jealousy often leads to indirect forms of aggression. Instead of confronting you directly, a jealous person may talk about you behind your back. But they rarely spread obvious lies. Instead, they use subtle doubt. They might say things like, "I mean, she's successful, but I heard she had a lot of help. He seems confident, but sometimes I wonder if it's just an act." These comments plant small seeds of uncertainty in other people's minds, and because they sound casual, they are difficult to confront. Sign number 7. They disappear when you succeed. True friends show up during both good times and difficult moments. But jealous people often withdraw when things go well for you. They might stop responding to your messages. They avoid conversations about your achievements. Or they seem distant whenever your life improves. This emotional withdrawal happens because your success intensifies their feelings of comparison. Instead of processing those emotions, they create distance. Sign number 8. They make you doubt yourself. Perhaps the most damaging sign of hidden jealousy is subtle psychological manipulation. A jealous person may repeatedly question your decisions, abilities, or goals. They might say things like, "Are you sure you're ready for that? Maybe you're aiming too high? That seems risky." At first, these comments might appear like concern, but over time, they slowly erode your confidence. This pattern sometimes overlaps with a behavior psychologists call gaslighting, where someone causes another person to question their own perception or judgment. Final thoughts. Jealousy is a deeply human emotion. Everyone experiences it at some point. But the problem begins when jealousy turns into hidden resentment. When someone consistently undermines you, competes with you, or diminishes your achievements, it creates an unhealthy dynamic. Recognizing these signs isn't about judging others. It's about protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Sometimes the healthiest choice is to create boundaries with people who cannot genuinely support your growth. Because the right people won't feel threatened by your success, they'll be inspired by it, and they'll celebrate it with you. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing for more insights into human psychology and behavior. And remember, the more you understand people, the easier it becomes to navigate the complex world of relationships.